Hi, this is CK at CK Education. Today I want to talk about the fourth attribute or the fourth characteristic of the perfect candidate. And in the first video in this interview series, I talked about in my career after college, I had 12 interviews and 12 job offers, 100% success rate. I've never had an interview since college in which I didn't get a job offer. And so I wanted to share some of those interview secrets with you. And in the past 3 videos, I shared the first 3 attributes. Today, I want to share the fourth one. And the fourth one is confidence. This is so important. As with the other characteristics, I'm not asking you to act confident. I'm asking you to be confident. It's a very different thing. You can't just act confident. You can't just act positive. You can't just act nice. You have to be nice. You have to be positive. You have to be likable. You have to be confident. Okay. Now, some of you are just not confident. And this has deeper issues. There's deeper issues with this. Some people are not confident because they have low self-esteem. They have low self-esteem because they were told since they were little that they didn't amount to much. They were not very valuable. And so they kept getting discouraged ever since they were young. And so they have this low view of themselves. And let me just say, I could spend a lot of time on it, but let me just say very succinctly that if you have low self-esteem and therefore low self-confidence, you can't change what your parents said to you. You can't change what your parents, how they raised you. That's in the past. You can't do anything about that. And I say parents because parents are primarily the people who cause people to have low self-esteem and therefore low confidence. And you can't go back and change that. You can't relive your childhood. You can't force them to say certain things. You can't go back and change that. So the only way forward is to say, admit, yeah, that they raised me this way. It wasn't the best way. They said these things to me that were discouraging. They never supported me. And they didn't say the things to me. They didn't instill in me the things that they should have instilled in me in order for me to have a healthy self-esteem and a high level of confidence. I'm not talking about arrogance or cockiness, but I'm talking about confidence. Okay, very different. So you can't go back and change that. But you can understand the truth about yourself, and you can. I encourage you to go back and watch some of my other videos regarding mindset for success and understanding how valuable you are. It really has nothing to do with what our parents said. It has nothing to do with how they raised us. Okay, our value doesn't come from that. Our value doesn't come from what people have said about us. Now, our problem is that many times we believe what people have said, even though those things may have been lies, even though those lies may have been uttered by our parents, we still believe them, and that's a problem. You have to stop believing that, and you have to believe the truth about yourself, and that is that you are created by God, and your value was given to you at birth. Nothing that you could have done or was said to you or whatever, or how you were raised, changed your value, your worth. Your value and my value, your worth and my worth is as high as it was when we were born, and it was the highest it could have been because it's God-given. It's not something that people create. So it doesn't matter what people say or what people have said. Understand your true value. And like I said, I can't solve this problem in 5 minutes like this, but I'm just telling you that you have to stop believing the lies in your life that are in your head. You got to purge them, you got to throw them away, and you have to fill yourself with the truth. Okay. Once you do that, when the inside is fixed, the outside is automatically fixed. And so when you are a person who has a healthy dose of self-esteem and a healthy level of self-confidence, then you're going to be confident. And so when you are going into an interview, you have to go in confident. Confident means, you know what, when I go in there, I'm going to be the best candidate that they've ever met. If they hire me, I'm going to be the best employee that they've ever hired. Now, you got to go in with that kind of confidence. You got to go in with the confidence that if they don't hire me, It's their loss, not mine. I'll go to a different interview. But I'm going to do my absolute best to present myself in such a way that they understand, that I feel that I would be the best candidate. And you got to sincerely feel that. Every single interview that I went into, I always felt, look, if they don't hire me, if I have this interview, they don't hire me, it's going to be their loss because I'm going to be a great employee because I am intent on becoming a great employee. If anyone hires me, I'm going to work in such a way that they don't regret it. I'm going to work in such a way that they say, man, who hired this guy? That was fantastic. That was a great choice. You know, when I was working in the government, I was living in Seattle at the time, and I came and moved to the East Coast, and I think about a year or so into that job, and I was an engineer for the government, and the director of our agency, he had an executive meeting. Now, I'm not an executive, but I was not an executive, but my boss was, and so he went into the meeting, and there were some other executives there. And after the meeting, they came out in the hallway. One of the other executives said to my boss, in front of me on purpose so that I could hear it, and said, "Tell Charles what the director said." And my boss is like, "What are you referring to?" He said, "You know the thing about the hiring thing." He says, "Oh yeah." And so he says, "Yeah, the director said in front of all the executives." Said to my boss, that guy you hired, that Asian guy, because I was one of the only Asian guys, that Asian guy there, make sure you don't lose him. And because I began to show my worth in that job, not my self-worth, not my inside worth, that doesn't change. I'm talking about my worth to the organization, my value to the organization. And the reason I share that story is that I always go into a job thinking and being absolutely determined to be the best employee and add the most value that they have ever seen. I mean, whether I accomplished that in all throughout my career, I don't know. That'll be up to my bosses to decide. But I always went in with that kind of confidence. And so when you're sitting in an interview, don't whimper, don't beg, don't be like a beggar. I always call it, don't have a beggar's mentality. Okay, it will be their loss if they don't hire you. So you go in there, you present your best self, you're confident, and you're expecting them to give you the job, and you are expecting to get hired. You're expecting that they're going to like you, and you gotta like them. You gotta like that person, okay, that's sitting in front of you. If you like someone sincerely, there's more of a chance that they will like you. I'm not talking about boy-girl situation, romantic situation. I'm talking about when you really like someone. When I'm sitting in front of an interview, I give that person, in my mind, I'm just thinking, this is a great person here who's sitting in front of me. I really appreciate them interviewing me, and I really like them as a person. Now, I don't know them, but I give them the benefit of the doubt. And I sit there and I think, I have the best intentions in my heart towards that person. And I think that comes back to me when you're sitting there at an interview. Because one of the other attributes that I named was likability. You will be liked better if you like. If you hate that person sitting in front of you, it's very difficult to hide that. It will come out somehow. Okay, I mean, there's no reason to hate that person, but I don't know, some people do. They don't like that person or whatever the thing was. Don't do that. Like that person and give them the benefit of the doubt because you want them to give you the benefit of the doubt. And so you want to have that kind of heart and that kind of mindset going into it. Confidence is so important. You got to look them in the eye. Okay, you have to smile. You have to affirm that you're listening. You got to have a firm but short handshake. You have to dress very nice. Okay, now some people say, well, I don't have a lot of money. This is my first career job. Okay, you don't need to spend a lot of money to look really, really nice. The colors have to match in the style and the clothes have to fit you. So make sure that you have the colors match and you everything is matching and everything fits and everything's clean. Okay, and go in there with confidence, because if you don't believe in yourself, it won't matter who else believes in you. You got to believe in yourself so that you have the best opportunity to get that job. All right, so that's what I encourage you to do. You got to have the confidence. Very, very, very important thing. If you haven't watched my other videos on interviewing, make sure you watch those as well, because it leads into this. And then I have other attributes that I will share in subsequent videos. So As always, thank you for staying with me. Thank you for watching this. I encourage you to watch many of the other videos on my channel that deal with mindset for success and career success advice and college prep advice and parenting advice, even money and financial, personal finance advice. So I encourage you to, watch all of those. Again, I'm not doing this to make money. I'm not doing this to increase my, subscribers or number of views or anything like that. I want one person to be helped. If you are watching this video and you are helped, then you've already helped me accomplish my goal. And that is my motivation. It's that one person who's watching. I don't want you to just view. I don't want you to just subscribe. Oh, that was a great video. Oh, I really like that in the comment. That is nothing. If you don't change, if you're not helped. That's why I said in the very beginning, subscribing is nice. Okay. I'm not against it, but if you want to subscribe, that's fine. You can go ahead and do that. But it doesn't matter to me either way. What matters to me is that you watch and you learn and you change, and that it improves your life. All right. And that's the most important thing, because if we're not doing that, we're just watching videos. What good is it? What good is it? Okay. So I want you to be helped. I want you to change. I want you to improve your life. And that is the goal. And I don't need a million people. I just need one person. I just want one person to change, because one person is as valuable as a million. And so always remember how valuable you are. Always remember your true worth, and always be confident. And when you go into that interview, you go in with that kind of confidence, humble confidence, not cocky, not arrogant, just confidence. Okay. So again, thanks for watching this. And until my next video, please stay well.